T-minus 10.
All aboard! You know what a job is? That's when people get up in the morning and they go to work.
This is Scope of Success, where we bring you business life lessons and throw a lifeline to your career. And now, Brian and James.
Welcome back to Big Apple Scrum Day event 2018. And unfortunately, this will be the last of our episodes.
Last episode for today
for
at Big
today,
Apple Scrum Day,
for
but
today.
not the last episode of Scope of Success.
Right, absolutely.
As it turns out, the union grievance has been
solved,
ruled upon, and
it has.
In fact, we're not allowed to move the table, so
we're putting it back.
Well, they're going to send somebody to put it back,
Right.
and then after that, if they like, maybe they'll bring somebody to move it back where it belongs.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So anybody who was concerned, it's been resolved.
It has been resolved.
Right.
We apologize.
Right.
Are
we going to continue the word woke? Or are we going to retire it from the show?
I think the word woke will
should it be a
continue
memory?
in the-
Should it be a memory from Big Apple Scrum Day? The time that we used
I feel like woke will endure beyond Big Apple Scrum Day 2018.
Right. Okay.
We're woke now.
Right. Right. So we're talking to Dana. Dana, how do you pronounce your last name?
Pylyeva.
Pylyeva. So you are the organizer, the founder of this wonderful day.
Yes, I'm one of the founders and organizers of Big Apple Scrum Day. It's been our 4th year, and we hope to continue.
That's great. So why did you start it? You started it in 2015? Is that when you started? 4 years? 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? How did you start?
So we were all part of New York Scrum user group, and the user group is really amazing community where we learn together, we experiment, and we felt that having once a month meetup is just not enough, and we want to try something bigger. So our original idea was really creating a one-day event for New York Scrum user group. It was not originally meant to be this international conference that it's turned out to be.
Right.
And that was the beginning, and since then we grew to become a conference that today attracted 310 people from 140 organizations and from 8 different countries.
That's amazing. Wow. How do people find out about it? What's the besides our podcast, our listeners know about it, but how do people find out about it? How did it grow so much?
Many different ways. There is a website, obviously. We also are on Twitter, Facebook, all Instagram.
Right,
so
there's
all
social media.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? So it's a big event. Do you see it getting bigger? Like, are we talking 500 people or the thousands? Where are we going? What do you think?
Potentially, because every year we're getting sold out earlier and earlier. This year alone, we were sold out 6 weeks in advance.
Right, which
so
is
there's
amazing.
definitely a lot of interest in the community, and it also speaks to the quality of the content that we're bringing, quality of the speakers, which this year was, again, another record year because we had 122 submissions, out of which we had to select 11 sessions.
Wow, 122?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing, and you had to pick 11. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough. Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of them were really good.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was so unfortunate that we couldn't take more because there were amazing speakers who submitted their talks and workshops, and we couldn't get them in because we didn't have enough time slots.
Yeah.
So potentially it could be, so some of the options we're thinking about, potentially maybe either doing it over multiple days or finding a venue that will have more parallel rooms that we would be able to run more sessions. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this facility allow you, because we're in the Pennsylvania Hotel, which is a huge hotel in New York City, is there more capacity here?
there are some rooms here as well, so we can explore that, and we may look for something else. So there are many options. Yep.
Oh, okay. But it's a great event. What do you think the buzz was, or the theme? Was there any going on this year?
Yes. So the theme for this event was Connect to Explore. And what we wanted people to do is to reconnect with their passion for Agile, passion for learning, but also connect with the community, because this year we had a lot of very experienced people joining the audience. And so learning was happening everywhere, not just in the sessions or workshops, but even in the corridors, at lunchtime. Anywhere you go, there are conversations, there are ideas that you can be inspired and brainstorming. So it was amazing. I mean, it still continues.
Oh, absolutely. What did the Beatles? John Lennon said, "Life is what's happening when you make other plans."
Is that what John Lennon said?
Yeah, he said that. So, like Big Apple Scrum Day, learning is happening while keynotes aren't going on.
I guess so.
Right?
I mean, I think anytime you can get the Beatles into the conversation, it's a good thing.
Right.
Dana,
John Lennon also said, "I am the walrus," but so
I
so
think that
sometimes
might have been Paul McCartney that said that.
Okay, yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Anyway, Dana, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Agile in the enterprise. Can you talk? I mean, Agile's it's evolved. It's become much more prevalent as a like an organizing and managing principle. What does it mean for an enterprise organization to be agile or to become agile?
It's a very big and loaded question. There is a lot of emphasis nowadays on the business agility, and which means that not only engineering organizations but departments beyond IT are experimenting with Agile, looking for ways to streamline their value delivery, whether they're delivering product, whether they're delivering marketing materials. So it's really expanding the reach.
Yeah, and what's at the core of that? Is that basically about like a voice of the customer sort of a thing, or being able to respond to what your customers are looking for, or the marketplace?
A little bit of that, but also being able to inspect and adapt.
Okay, so when you say inspect and adopt, like what are you talking about there? Like, is that like making your product better, or working out defects or something like that?
Just what Jeff Patton was mentioning in today's keynote, looking for the outcome over output. That's one part of it, but it's also about stepping back and reevaluating, am I doing it in the right way? Can I do it better? So iterating over your process as well as anything that you're doing.
Yeah, continuous improvement.
Yep.
Getting better.
Getting better, always getting better, is a big part.
And has Big Apple Scrum Day been getting better and better year by year?
What's the changes? What did you learn from doing it all these years?
To me, this is one of the easiest year,
Right.
number 4. And the reason being that we brought in more people into organizing team, and we brought in new energy. And I think one of the biggest learning for me is when you give up control and you trust that your team can get
sure.
things done.
Right.
They really, it makes it a huge difference, and it really is a magical thing to see how people self-organizing and how they take ownership and how they really running with something that they really care about. And that's what Big Apple Scrum Day has been. This is an event that we're creating for community. A lot of organizers, they're working on this in addition to the daily job, and they're not getting paid for organizing.
Right. They're volunteers. Right.
Yeah,
How
they're
many
volunteers.
volunteers are there?
So we have 7 members of organizing team, and then there are about 18 volunteers who are helping on the day of the event.
Oh, but there was only 7 that helped organize the event?
Right. We did ask for additional people to review the proposal. So
okay.
we engaged with volunteers throughout the preparation stage, but the main organizer, 7 people.
Right. Which is amazing to accomplish something like that. Yeah. Right,
Yeah.
James?
Of course it's amazing. It's terrific. And I think what we're hearing Dana say is that the rumor that Big Apple Scrum Day was actually a waterfall project. You're saying that's not true. It's an Agile project that helps you put this all together.
Yeah, absolutely. Because ever since
Yeah.
in the beginning, we use some Agile tools to help us plan, and we actually went through many different tools to help us grasp the magnitude of everything that needs to happen, help to plan. And
When does it start? When do you start doing this?
we start planning around October.
Okay, so we're in May and in October. Wow. So how many months is that? 8 months out? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, about
Right.
that.
So 8 months. And when do you have any, like, what are some milestones that you think you have or you set up for? Like, I want to be in this shape, or
Yeah, so basically things like locking down the venue, right? So we need to make sure that
Yeah,
we know which day we're going to have the event on, and that we have a venue on that day. Then we're also looking for what is going to be a theme for next year, who are the keynote speakers we want to invite. So how can we build the conference around the theme and the speakers who are supporting that theme. So once we lock down the keynote speakers, then we also start thinking about opening up the call for proposals.
Right.
Because it's always we want to engage the best minds out there. We want them to come and share their experience and their learnings from with the community. So opening call for proposal, and then getting some sessions accepted through the review process, and then getting ready for the actual day.
Right. Yeah. That's excellent. Any kind of setbacks or kind of things, mishaps that have happened that you can think of throughout the years of something? Like it's like maybe a speaker couldn't make it. How do you do a contingency with a backup on a speaker?
We were lucky not to have any speakers canceling at the last minute.
Oh, that's great.
So that was very lucky there. There were a few cancellations in the time when we could still adjust and bring someone from the wait list, because
Right.
there's always speakers that we want to bring, but we can't fit them in, so that there is a contingency there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
What's next? What's the future?
Right.
Big Apple Scrum Day 2019.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we're talking
It'll be
about.
fifth year in a
Yeah.
row. That's a big. You got to celebrate that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fifth
Yeah.
anniversary. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, it's been amazing. I want to thank you for allowing us to be a part of this.
Yes.
It's been
Thank you
great.
very much. This is
Yeah.
terrific for us.
Yes. Second
Thank you.
year for us, and it's been amazing. So I want to thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, and thanks for being part of Big Apple Scrum Day.
We're very proud
Excellent.
to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank our listeners for listening to our Big Apple Scrum Day coverage.
Thank you to our guests for
Yeah.
being on and
Thank you
putting
all
up with our bad jokes.
Right. We've had a great time. A lot of things we learned, posted a lot of things, so check out the past episodes.
And we'll see you in a year.
We'll see you in a
Or you'll hear us in a year.
Right. Yeah,
We'll see
you
Dana.
back. Right. We'll be back at Big Apple Scrum Day. But yes, we'll have our regular Scope 6 episodes coming up.
All right.
Thank you. Keep doing the work, everybody.
Keep doing the work, everybody.
Scope of Success is brought to you by PMI Long Island, the Project Management Institute of Long Island. For more information, visit pmilic.org.